Now we're going to have a look at overriding the daylight conditions that are currently being applied to our string. So at the moment we're using two templates, but both of which have a 1:2 daylight slope on them. So we're going to make 4 individual changes to the daylight. We can do this a couple of ways. We can either, as per the variations, access the design data form, click on our string. On the data entry items, you'll see daylight is about halfway down the list. Click on that and then click on Add Entry down the bottom. We are going to add daylight entries via the cross-section window. So we're going to click on Cancel and we're going to close down the form. We're going to open up a cross-section window somewhere around station 200. So we're going to click on the Open Vertical Grading pull down, click on Open Cross-section Window, select the string, then select the station that we want to open up. So try and make sure that you've got your station showing 200 in the cross-section view, and again make sure the cross-section view is nice and comfortable so you can see what's going on. When we created the design variations, we inserted 2 individual codes to generate the shape of a retaining wall. What we may decide is that at the bottom of this retaining wall we no longer want to see the daylight. So we do not use a variation to adjust the daylight. We cannot go in and use, say, for example, delete section and remove it. We have to use what's known as an override for the daylight. So to do this, we're going to make sure we right-click on the right side of the template. We don't have to right-click on a specific code because the software is only going to be finding the daylight code. We're going to right-click, add batter or daylight override, and insert slope batter or insert slope daylight. This may seem like a bit of a misnomer because it looks like we're adding something, whereas you can actually use this tool to remove. Complete the form as shown. Now all we've done is adjust the start station and end station values and pick the side on which we want to make the adjustment. In fact, the side was already chosen for us because we right-clicked on the right side of the string. Placing 0 values will basically tell the string to remove the daylight within that station range. So for any point you want to remove it, this is the way that you can do it. So we're going to click on Apply, and you'll see in the cross-section window the daylight has been removed, and also on the plan the daylight has also been removed. So very quickly you can remove daylight from different parts of your string simply by making these adjustments. Now if at any point you make a mistake or want to change what you've done, you can right click, open section design data, and your slope batter entry will be available for modification in there. Similarly to the design variations, you can also access the entry that we've just made in the design data form. And again, rather than clicking on the button on the ribbon, we're simply going to access it directly from the cross-section window. And you can see in there is our entry that we have made. Close down the design data form. Open up Model Viewer to see the result of the change that we've made. You'll notice that the daylight, even though it's been removed, Model Viewer will automatically trim and tidy up our model for us so we don't end up with this gap underneath the bottom of the retaining wall next to our pasted surface. So it's done all the tidying up for us.